Yeah, good morning, everyone. We are seeing that the international markets are showing some negative sign, with Hong Kong down by over 3.5%. And even the US market, which was down on Fridays, the futures of the US market are further down. This is mainly on account of negative sentiment which got created in China, wherein one of the largest property company, second largest property company of China, that is Evergrande, has shown sign of some stress in their performance. People are comparing it with the Lehman crisis, but what we feel that it's not similar to that. The problem was known to the market since long, and the rating agencies has already downgraded it to C. There is a possibility that the company may default in near term. But the point is that the lenders are mostly the Chinese bank and not the outsider. And there is a possibility of the government also supporting that company to support the borrower of the property from Evergrande. Apart from that, even even the company has in the past has sold the property and reduced the debt in last 1 year. So the process is going on, and no doubt because of this, markets are taking it negative at current point of time. But will it have a domino impact on the world economy? We feel it's not likely. It will be centered around China and Hong Kong, where it is listed. So we may have sentimental negative impact on Indian market as well. Today, various Asian markets are closed, like China is closed, and Japan and Korea. These three countries are closed. As such, commodity prices in that region is also not available for the morning hour. But but the oil was marginally down to lower than $75. Friday, it was trading over $75. Then on LME also, aluminum was flat and copper was marginally down. So now I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Good morning, all of you. Last week we see
Because your voice is quite low.
one second.
Yeah, please.
Hello.
Yeah.
Last week we see Nifty close important support zone, that is 17,600, and today we expect gap down opening and remain weak. We already mentioned that Nifty trading in overbought zone, and we can see also there is chart in Nifty trading almost overbought zone, and there is some profit booking we can expecting in last week, and this week we expect some volatile trade for index. Coming days, Nifty as an important support has 17,430, 17,400 at downside, and we expect Nifty bounce back and at that level. So we can see the Nifty trading near the 400, 17,400. That time we can take a position. Today we expect Nifty is gap down opening and maybe see some pressure towards for 17,400. Upside next resistance for index 17,670, 17,750. But we expect range for coming week is 17,600 to downside 17,400. So near 400 you can take a position. Till that you can see the pressure towards 17,400. Bank Nifty trading near the support zone, so we don't expect most pressure in Bank Nifty. We see the Bank Nifty take a support around 37 500, 37 600 at downside. Below that we expect further pressure, but otherwise Bank Nifty trading within the range, that is 37,300 to upside 37,970 range. Above 970 we expect further momentum towards 38,300 and 500 in upside. So we expect Bank Nifty in slightly negative, but we expect is trading in sideways zone. Rather Nifty is trading in pressure for selling pressure. Bank Nifty, Bank Finance also Nifty Finance also trading near support, that is come around 18,500. It sustain this level, then we expect sideways momentum, 1 to 2 trading session, and then again it will go up below 15 18 5 40 500. The next important support zone for Nifty Finance is 18,430 and 300 at downside. Upside 18,700 is an important support zone. Do we expect a little bit profit booking and volatile trade coming 1 to 2 trading session? Maybe this week we see the volatile session in all three index. Stock specific, Kotak and Z Entertainment looks positive. Negative side, IBUL Finance looks weak. But today we expect market gap down. So don't go for short immediate. Wait for first 20 minutes. If Nifty break after 20 minutes low, then we expect further selling pressure in market also and stock specific also. So we can give on stock in between market. That's just for technical derivative I can carry.
Very good morning, everyone. This is Ayush Mehta. I'll be covering the derivative part for today. So we can start by analyzing the call option data. For Nifty, the maximum open interest, which is of 16.5 lakh contracts, is currently placed at 18,000 strike, which is going to be a very strong resistance zone for the Nifty in the month of September series. But it is a very far resistance zone. So for the immediate resistance, 17,800, which has the second largest open interest of 14.28 lakh contracts, it is going to be the resistance level for for Nifty. Now, moving on to the put option data, maximum OI of 32.5 lakh contracts, which is a very strong support level, is currently placed at 17,000 strike price. Again, this is a very fast series. This is a very fast strike price. For intraday, the second highest open interest level is 23.5 lakh contracts, which is currently placed at 17,500. But looking at the global markets, it is going to open below that. Then the immediate support for Nifty is going to be at 17,300. Well, we feel till the time Nifty is in the range of 17,300 to 17,800, trend is bullish. Well, any new fresh buying will be seen if Nifty closes above 17,800 levels. Whereas on the downside, 17,300 is a crucial support level, and we feel buying on dips can be seen from this level. For next 2 to 3 days, we feel it is going to be a slight profit booking in the market. So we request everyone to trade with strict stop losses. Whereas if you look at the positive sides, banking stocks looks positive, where Axis and SBI looks more positive than the other banking stocks. Well, that's all from my side. I request fundamental guys to take the call forward.
Good morning. KEC International is acquiring Spur Infrastructure for an enterprise value of 62 crores. Spur is an EPC company into setting up of oil and gas pipelines and city gas distribution. The revenue of the company, although was low at 100 crores, the order book is healthy at 600 crores. So this will be approximately 3% of KEC's own order book of 20,000 crores. So this is marginally positive. That's it from my side.
Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, Lupin has announced to the exchanges that they have received 7 observations for their Goa plant. The key point to note is that this plant was inspected between September 6 to September 18. The plant has warning letter since 2017. It was again re-inspected in 2019. At that time, that OI status, that is the official action status, was maintained. So this is a negative development for today's trade. Though we don't know the severity because we don't know the details of these observations, the management sounded confident of addressing the observations satisfactorily. But we believe that this is a repeated matter for Lupin for Goa's plan. So we believe this would be taken negative by the street. Thank you.
Yeah, 2-3 more things. The GST rate has been increased on carbonated food beverages. There was from 12% to 40%. In fact, the other carbonated drinks is already at 40%. And now even the food carbonated beverages GST has been increased to from 12% to 40%. This will have very marginal impact on Varun Beverages. Only 1 to 2% of their portfolio is food-based carbonated beverages, which will get marginally impacted. So overall, nothing so worry for Varun Beverages because of this. Another thing which is aviation minister has allowed increase in capacity utilization for flight from 72% to 85%. And even the fare rate, which was restricted for 1 month booking, now it is freed from up to 15 days, and over 15 days now it is freed. So now it's becoming more of a related to pre-COVID level, and capacity utilization has also increased in recent past to around 65-70%. So airline business is coming back to normalcy gradually. So overall positive for Indigo and SpiceJet. And apart from that, government has changed GST structure for food delivery. Earlier, food delivery platform were not coming under the preview of GST. Now they will have to collect GST at 5%. No doubt this will not have any impact on consumer, as earlier the GST was levied by restaurant, and now it will be levied by food delivery platform rather than restaurant. So overall, there is no impact. Only thing, the collection responsibility has changed from restaurant to food delivery. This has been done mainly because a lot of small restaurants which were skipping this GST collections, which is now with this change, all will come at par. Then JSPL has won iron ore mine in Odisha at 118%. So this we see that a positive for JSPL, as JSPL was having a tie-up with Sarda mine for the iron ore, which got expired recently. And to secure the resources, JSPL has got this mine at a reasonable price. So this will act as positive. No doubt, overall outlook for metal in near term is a bit concerning or declining. Yeah. Another is Rail Vikas Nigam has won a large order of around 1,000 crore plus. So that can act positive in today's trade for Rail Vikas Nigam. And that's all from us. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.